Let's put our hands together for Mr. RJ and the Presscon.
And again, good afternoon to all of our friends from the media and of course to all the pageant enthusiasts. I think we all deserve a round of applause for all of us. Palakpakan naman tayo for all of us over here because today marks a very special moment in pageant history as we celebrate the Philippines' first ever Universal Woman Crown. So again, para palakpakan, please thank you so much to support our friends and the pageant community. And I'm not surprised by this victory. Actually, I'm very, very honored because she's also a fellow ALD talent and at the same time, a very good friend and my co-host for so many different ALD events. We have our very own Cebuana Queen, Maria Cesaldo Gigante. And you know what? Maria, she's truly a woman of substance. She is beauty, brains, plus the gift of God. I've had a chance to host many events together with her. Together with ALD, we hosted the opening of the Miss Grand International. We hosted many events for ALD with Manny Pacquiao. And I must say, she's got a great flair for hosting events. She can think on her feet. She's got great charisma, great rapport. And obviously, we get to see that in her result as being crowned the first ever from the Philippines Miss Universal Woman. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Do all of you know that Maria actually has a degree in philosophy? And she uses that as well when she hosts in pageants and when she participates and gets interviewed. Now, aside from being a philosophy major, she's also a model, a fashion student, an entrepreneur, a brand ambassador, and an actress. With those truly impressive credentials, it was only a matter of time till she came to transition from being a host to finally becoming a queen. And before we continue with today's celebration, I would just like to thank our good friends from Eastwood, Richmonde for this wonderful venue. Thank you so much for sponsoring. And with that, for a few words, may I please welcome the hardworking Director of Communications for Eastwood, Richmonde, Miss Annie Joseph, for a few words. Let's give her a round of applause, please.
Thank you so much, RJ. Thank you, and good afternoon. On behalf of Eastwood Richmonde Hotel and Mega World Hotels and Resorts, we proudly congratulate Ms. Maria Gigante, who also happens to be the brand ambassador of Mega World Hotels and Resorts. We fully support her advocacies and as she embarks on her new journey as the new Universal Woman of 2024, we congratulate her once again and like to mention that she's always free to call Richmonde and Mega World Hotels and Resorts her home. Wow. So thank you and welcome everyone to Richmonde Hotel.
And of course, thank you once again, Ms. Annie Dioso. Thank you so much for your hospitality. And of course, it's another feather on the cap for Mega World Hotels to have your brand ambassadress as the new Miss Universal Woman. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue with today's press conference, we move on to our visionary, who just a few weeks ago, they didn't expect what was going to happen here tonight. I would like to welcome here a man who's contributed so much to Philippine pageant history and the pageant journey of the Philippines across the world. He is the president of the ALD Pageant Circle and the national director of the Universal Woman Philippines. A big hand to my boss. Please welcome ALD himself, Mr. Arnold Vegafria.
To all our friends from the pageant media and all the major networks, our friends from Richmonde Hotel and Mega World, a pleasant good afternoon to all of you, and of course our guests. the Vice President and the Creative Head of Universal Women Organization, Mr. Alexander Gonzalez, and of course our good friend and also from the organization of Universal Women International Organization from Canada, Mr. Luis Monteles, who will be the interpreter of Mr. Alex Gonzalez. Good afternoon to everyone. It seems that just a month ago, we all sent off Maria with high hopes and the best of luck. Who would thought that our prayers would answer? God indeed works in mysterious ways, and this is why Maria stands right before us, wearing her coveted crown and sash, brimming with her confidence and her winning smile. From the very first time that I met her, I knew deep in my heart that Maria was destined for greatness. I'm sure she had her share of disappointments when her prayers weren't answered during her previous journeys. Siguro naman how many times na sumali, di ba? She joined Beginning Pilipinas and then she joined Miss World. But the first time I saw her in Miss World that she didn't make it, I promised to her, if I can get another crown, another pageant, which is, a very respected pageant, I will make sure, and I promise to you, you will be the candidate of the Philippines. Because I believe in you, I believe on, because for me, she's a perfect beauty queen. And she's the epitome of a Filipino beauty queen. Her colors, her skin, her attitude, her personality, and her intelligence is a perfect epitome of a Filipino beauty queen. But as most of our winning local queens have proven, sometimes the stumbling blocks that we encounter actually serve as stepping stones for something even bigger and more rewarding. And this rings true for Maria's sweet victory of Universal Woman 2024. But of course, even Maria knows that behind her success is the collaborative efforts of her team. That's why I also like to congratulate her glam team, her hard-working team of stylists, designers, and everyone who contributed to our winning look and that we all witnessed all through the pageant's preliminaries up to the coronation night. Let's give them a round of applause. And most of them are present here. I would like to say thank you to all the people behind the glam team of number one, of course, her designer for national costume. I would like to thank Axel Ke from Cebu. The OOTDs of Maria, the Fashion Institute of the Philippines, which is one of the students now, her mentors, her classmates, and her teachers, but particularly Patrick Lazol. Is Patrick here? Jeremiah Oribe. Chino Del Pilar. Jimmy Aizon. Uno Almomela. Of course, the makeup and the hair, the makeup is AJ Castro and Japet Uno. Where's Japet? Jade Flores. Buhokan. Jade Flores Buhokan. And of course, his walking trainer, the Pasarela. Let's give a round of applause to Ian Montejar. And the most important, the evening gown. Her evening gown is, the designer is Fern Amato of Dubai.
Wow!
And of course, the creative director and the creative director and stylist, the fashion stylist of ALB Pageant Circle. Let's give a round of applause to Francis Chi and stylist Don Moreno. So those are the people that gave contribution to the glam team of Maria. I'd also like to thank everyone who cast their votes, who helped Maria with the social media award, which contributed a lot to her victory as well. For this, I'd also like to thank our pageant media. Thank you, thank you. The pageant media in helping us carry out this mission. It was because of them that we were able to shout out our appeal to our die-hard the pageant fans who willingly cast their votes for Maria. Thank you to all our friends from the pageant media. Lastly, I'd like to thank the organizers, our dear friends from Universal Woman Organization led by CEO Carolina Cuartas. She's not here. And of course, Alexander Gonzalez and Antonio Salazar. And everyone else who helped mount their spectacular pageant in Cambodia. And of course, the ALB Pageant Circle staff and officers. Let's give them a round of applause. And we have who are these people? The Universal Woman Pageant may be one of the youngest pageants, but I see a lot of potential in this organization because of their principles and advocacies, and in their sincere desire to redefine the essence of global pageantry. From the very first start, I realized that we share the same vision in redefining beauty through diversity and inner strength, as well as the purposeful and relevant advocacies, just like what Maria is pushing for. I believe that it's only a matter of time before the Universal Woman Pageant earned its rightful place as one of the most respected and esteemed platforms for women empowerment. With our powerhouse of Filipina beauties, I am confident that our younger generation of aspiring Filipina queens will soon manifest their destinies and follows in Maria's footsteps. I witnessed the pageant itself in Cambodia, and do you know that most of the candidates who represented their own countries came from different or winners from different pageants, Globe, International, Intercontinental, and some of them are candidates from Miss Universe and Miss World. So very stiff competition. You saw it, maybe you saw it in streaming. Very stiff on competition, and most of them are already professionals when it comes to for pageantry. So, but what Maria showed to us is she really did her best to bring home the crown, the first crown of 2024 in the Philippine pageantry. So let's give a round of applause to Maria. She did her best. And she brought home the first Universal Woman crown. As we give thanks and celebrate Maria's victory, I look forward to the blessings and the inspirational advocacies that we can share to those who need them most. Congratulations to Maria, and we are proud of you. Thank you. Buhay ang Universal Woman.
Again, thank you so much, ALV, for supporting the pageant journey of Miss Maria. And it's so nice to hear that from all of her previous projects, they were just stepping stones to her final victory for the much-deserved Universal Woman. Bring here to the Philippines the first crown for Philippine pageantry of 2024. So again, one more round of applause, please, to Miss Maria Gigante, and of course, ALV, and the rest of the glam team of Maria, who supported her journey. And from one visionary to another, we have here right now a gentleman who just a few weeks ago was very fortunate to visit the Philippines, and because of the win of Maria, he's back here in the Philippines. We only wish he gets to see more than just the hotel, maybe even gets to see Boracay and some of the best beaches here in the world. Dear friends, please welcome Universal Woman Organization's Chief Visionary and Image Consultant, Mr. Alexandro Gonzalez, with his interpreter, Mr. Luis Cornelius.
Bueno, definitivamente me siento en casa.
Most definitely, we feel at home right now, and so glad to be back.
Primero que nada, quiero agradecer al señor Arno, gran amigo desde hace mucho tiempo, una persona que le respeto muchísimo porque sé el amor y la entrega que le tiene, la pasión que le tiene a su marca país Filipinas.
We would like to start by thanking Sir Arno for being such a good friend, someone that I've known for such a long time, but also someone who handles his brand here in the Philippines with so much integrity, and wherever he goes, he represents the country to the best of his ability.
Un aplauso para Mr. Arno.
Can we get a round of applause?
De verdad que estamos súper contentos de haber tenido un jurado maravilloso. Afortunadamente, uno de ellos nos acompaña, que es Luis Cortés.
We are so happy with the members of our jury during the competition because of the outcome of the pageant, and everything was so fair. I had the opportunity to be one of the judges for the selection committee.
Me da mucha alegría que una persona que ama tanto los concursos de belleza, que es un pageant lover, estuviese presente para que viera la transparencia y el amor que la organización Universal Woman le tiene a nuestras mujeres de todo el mundo.
And I'm very happy that someone from the pageant media, the pageant world, was able to be part of the selection committee, just to showcase the transparency of the organization and how much we love and uplift women from all over the world.
María es fantástica, no hay dudas.
So Maria is fantastic, there's no questions about it. She's amazing.
Teníamos 10 mujeres maravillosas que cualquiera de ellas podía haber ganado.
But in fairness, there were at least 10 candidates who were queen-worthy, crown-worthy for the competition.
Pero María se robó la atención por su amor, por su belleza. Ella para mí es una reina de cualquier concurso de belleza de prestigio.
But she was able to win our love, appreciation with her kindness, how respectful she is. And to be honest, she's a queen that is worthy of a crown of any pageant system that is to be respected.
Viéndola participar durante todos estos días, me di cuenta la calidad de la reina de belleza que teníamos, del ser humano hermoso con la cual estamos contando ahora mismo.
Because I had the opportunity to see her compete all throughout the duration of the pageant, I got to see the caliber of the queen that she is, but also I was able to see the beautiful human being that she is, her soul, her heart, and we are so happy to have her with us.
Eso le quiero agradecer al señor Arnold porque supo escoger la perfecta reina para el concepto y el mensaje que queremos brindar al mundo.
So thank you so much, Sir Arnold, because you had the vision and you were a visionary in terms of selecting the perfect queen for the message and the concept that we want to send to the world with Universal Women. Thank you.
Quiero agradecer a cada uno de ustedes. Yo me siento en casa, lo vuelvo a repetir, me siento en casa. Veo la cara conocida y el saber que estoy en Filipinas es estar en casa porque sé la pasión, el amor y el respeto que le tienen ustedes a las reinas de belleza, no solamente de su país, sino del mundo.
And I want to say that I feel like I'm home because with all of you, I can feel the love, the respect, and the appreciation that you have for beauty queens, not just here in the Philippines, but also for queens all over the world.
Hay un secreto que yo, bueno, las personas que lo reconocen, tengo más de 30 años en el medio de los concursos de belleza. Ya he preparado reinas que han ganado Miss Universo, finalistas del Richmonde, del Miss International. Entonces conozco muy bien y le tengo mucho respeto a lo que son los certámenes de belleza. Entonces por eso es que yo amo a los filipinos, porque son unos pageant lovers espectaculares.
So I had the opportunity to be in this industry for over 30 years at this point. I've been able to train queens who have won Miss Universe. I have finalists at Miss World, Miss International as well. So being not only someone who prepares queens, but also who is a pageant fan, I really appreciate people from the Philippines because we share that same love and respect for the girls.
Bueno, tenemos ahorita, estamos a punto de recibir una de las reinas que para mí, si yo no trabajara en la organización, fan número 1 de ella. Estamos a punto de recibir esta reina maravillosa. Gracias a todos por haber estado muy pendientes, viendo cómo han apoyado a su reina. Sigan apoyando a todas las que vienen, de todos los concursos. A mí no me da miedo de nombrar al Miss Universo, Miss Mundo, Miss International, porque gracias a ellos estamos todos acá, que han sido como los maestros creadores de lo que son los concursos de belleza. Entonces, estoy muy feliz de celebrar, de estar aquí con ustedes, celebrando este triunfo de Filipinas.
So, before we welcome our queen, I just want to say that she's so incredible that if I was not part of the organization, I could openly say that I'm a #1 fan of hers. I also want to say thank you to all of you for being here, for your time, and I want to say that, as someone who loves pageants, I'm not scared of mentioning names of other competitions such as Miss Universe, Miss World, Miss International, to say that please continue uplifting the pageant community. Please support our girls, not just in the Philippines, but all over the world, because they have a very important message. And at Universal Women, we would love to continue uplifting their dreams and supporting their projects.
Bravo! 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 Muy bien.
For appreciating how much the Philippine pageant community supports the world pageant community at the same time. I'm talking about for our local pageant community. Thank you for supporting all of our candidates participating in beauty competitions all over the world. And just a bit of good news to all of our pageant enthusiasts. The Universal Woman CEO, Ms. Carolina Cuartas, will also be coming over to the Philippines after Holy Week, and hopefully she'll enjoy her trip to Cebu when she comes over. Let's make sure to give her the same kind of hospitality we want to give to all. Sorry? She'll be going to? Oh, she'll be going to Bahrain and Cebu at the same time. Bahrain and Cebu. Parada in Cebu at the same time. Hopefully she'll be enjoying her stay. Let's welcome her with open arms. Welcome Parade, not Parade, Parada. Welcome Parade over here. And ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for, but right before that, please turn your attention to our screen for a quick look at the recent pageant journey of our first Philippine Universal Woman. Please watch this.
I learned in working with this organization that I want to live in a world that is filled with respect and collaboration. One that encourages us to step into our differences instead of ignoring them and learn to harness them in order to affect positive social change. I want to be in this organization because I feel that I am not alone. I am one in an army of women who are ready and willing to make a difference, to support a world that is not only sustainable, but that stands for economic progress and positive, inclusive social impact. If you are here tonight, welcome to the new era of beauty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have all been waiting for. May we kindly invite all of our guests, media enthusiasts, please do stand. As we welcome in her first public appearance as Universal Woman 2024, all hail the Queen from Cebu, Maria Gigante! Mabuhay! Universal Woman 2024, Maria Gigante! Please give her one more round of applause!
Maria! 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 Maria!
Congratulations! Congratulations, congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us for this truly, truly historic event in Philippine and international pageant.
Welcome, Maria, guys.
Please welcome Miss Maria Gigante.
Ano password ng Wi-Fi? Nagpaano lang ako ng shake kasi may code eh. Maria!
And again, one more round of applause, please. Universal Woman 2024, Maria Gigante. And with that, please invite Miss Universal Woman 2024 to please join us here on stage for her first message to an adoring public. Maria, I can invite you for a few words.
Hi everyone! Mabuhay po sa inyong lahat at magandang hapon na ba? Good morning kasi maaga always. Ang sarap ng tulog kapag may corona. I want to start by thanking everyone for being here today. Thank you so much. I know you're all very busy. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedules to come and celebrate not just my victory, but the victory of the whole Philippines. Congratulations to all of us guys. May nauwi na tayo na one more pa na corona. And I want to begin by saying thank you to the people who have brought me here today. So if you don't mind, my koligo ako na maliit, I want to start by thanking Mega World Hotels and Resorts, for being a part of the journey from the beginning all the way to the end, especially for the support of Miss Cleove Alviso, who has been there for me since I was a little girl. And she's still there today. She was even chatting me today. She said this was an answered prayer. And I'm so grateful to have the company of good people and to be blessed by such an amazing team. I'd like to thank Richmonde Hotel Eastwood, of course my bench family, for the support that they've given. I'd like to thank Origina Jewelry and Philippine Airlines, especially Jojo Bergaez, di ba? Walk, win. I'd also like to thank the Fashion Institute of the Philippines, who is here today, my classmates and my mentors, who have put the best foot of the Philippines forward when it comes to our artists and the creative minds we have here. Today, I'm actually wearing a dress design by Yuno Alvagella, who is based in the UK. I'm very proud of him. He's very down to earth. And I think that them being artists that I know personally, that I go to school with, that have helped me in this pageant, have helped me secure the crown, that means so much to me because they're artists, they're Filipinos, and they really are completely not limited in terms of imagination. Yes, thank you once again to Philippine Airlines, the heart of the Filipino. You know, I grew up walking around and playing in the island wearing Philippine Airlines t-shirts because my dad worked for PAL. And to have them to be a part of this journey is just so amazing. Yesterday I met all of the crew and they actually knew my dad. They were like, oh, akala ko they're gonna recognize me for Universal Woman, but they said, oh, that's the daughter of Captain Gigante. Thank you so much to my dad, my family, all of my friends, especially one of my best friends here today, Justine Filizarta. We did it! We competed together in Miss World, and to be standing here today, both having our titles, means so much to me. I'd also like to thank my AOB Pageant Circle family, especially our team, Miss Trisha, Francis, Zaldi, Aldrich. Hi! You guys, this event would not be possible without you. And of course, Sir Tini for organizing this event as well. I'd like to thank my walking coach, Ian Mandehar, my other stylist, Joe Moreno, my glam team in Manila, AJ Castro Jose, Jay Flores Buhokan, Japeth Mike Puro, MJ Ronen, Jonas Lucas, and of course my photographer and videographer, Garel Sison, and official videographer, Isaac Vergano, by Motions by Isaac. I'd also like to thank my glam team in Cebu, Origin Model Management, for helping us as a part of the video that you witnessed earlier. They were the ones in charge of helping me glam up when I was in the island, so I'd like to be I'm very grateful for that. Of course, I would like to thank, she's not here today, our queen of all queens, Miss Carolina. She's the one, Miss Carolina Cortas is the CEO of our organization. And last month, I spoke to you about how excited I am to be in an organization that supports women. And my entire pageant experience in Universal Woman has proved to me that Miss Carolina Cortas truly believes in the message of inclusivity. She wants us to build this new era of beauty, and that is going to be my project in the coming year. Of course, thank you so much to Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexander and Luis were in Cambodia with me. They are as sleepless as I am. Alexander even more. He goes to sleep after us, wakes up before us, organizes everything. Thank you, Alexander, for taking care of us. Thank you to the Universal Women Organization, the Ministry of Tourism in Cambodia, especially Davin. If you're listening to this, wow, you amaze me. She's also a part of the Universal Women Court. And last but not the least, to the person which without none of us would be here today, Sir Arnold, thank you so much for believing in me and for pushing me to always achieve my fullest potential. This would not be here without you. I owe this all to you, so thank you. And of course, to our media friends, maraming salamat po. Grabe, my heart could explode from the support that you have all shown me. And I believe now more than ever that I think the pageant community in the Philippines is taking a positive turn for the better. All the news I've seen about Universal Woman has been positive. Thank you so much sa mainit na pagtanggap niyo sa bago nating pageant. I really believe this is a new era of beauty. Thank you so much. Of course, to you, Louise, for being our translator. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor to represent the Philippines, and I can only hope that my stint in Universal Woman has made you proud. and that all the Filipinos all over the globe can see themselves in this journey. That is my dream. And this year, I hope that as we continue our work with Universal Woman, we can bring more people along on this journey towards inclusivity, on this journey towards believing that pageants are more than just about beautiful women. It's also about the beauty in your culture, your inner beauty, and your ability to bring value to the people around you and to the rest of the world. Well, okay, so I will keep it at that, and I will let all of you guys participate in this conversation with me. Thank you.
Again, thank you so much, Ms. Maria Gigante. One more round of applause for our Richmonde 2024. And now I can say that it's been an honor to always host events together with our Universal Woman of the Year, Ms. Maria Gigante. Good luck in your new era of beauty that you will advocate for the coming year and for the years to come.
Thank you, RJ. RJ, it has been an honor to learn from you. I spent my 2 years hosting here in Manila learning from RJ, and I've learned so much from him. And just like our Universal Woman org, RJ is not just a talent, he's also a businessman. And he's one of the brightest business minds.
Thank you so much. And all that began from working together with ALV Talent Circle. Di ba, Arlo? Palakpakan naman kay Mr. ALV who have brought us here all together. And you know what, Maria, there are many people who would like to offer their words of love, encouragement, and support for your win over here today. Beginning with one of your BFFs who's come here, our Miss Tourism World 2022 first runner-up. May I please invite here on stage the very lovely Miss Justine Felizarda for a few words.
Hello, good afternoon. Hi, Sir ALV, Mr. Alexander Gonzalez, Luis, welcome to the Philippines. And to all our media friends, it's nice to see everyone here again. This feels very like head-to-head challenge vibes right now. But Maria, you know, this is actually the first time I've seen her since she left for the pageant preparing. It's so hard to get a hold of this girl because she is a very busy woman, and that's why I think she embodies the perfect universal woman. And I think you manifested this because every time I talk to you, asking to hang out or catch up, because it's always good to hang out, you always learn something from you. She's always traveling or she's about to get on a plane. So you manifested this and you deserve this from the very start. You know, the first time I met you from Miss World Philippines, you had such a strong aura about you. Of course, you're beautiful. And then you started speaking. I was like, oh, she's pretty and smart. And then I got to know you more and we became good friends. So that's something that I really cherish, just competing in Miss World together. So just from seeing you compete there to seeing you with a crown now, I couldn't be more proud. And you know, you're someone who transcends boundaries, embraces diversity, and you inspire others with your words and actions, being an entrepreneur, a model, a host, and now the queen that you are. So I know that you'll have an amazing reign, and the universe is really lucky to have you as the reigning queen. So congratulations, I'm so happy for you, and whatever you need, we're always here to support you. I love you.
I love you, love you, love you.
Christine, thank you so much. Her sister in beauty pageant, crime, I would say. Thank you so much for all the ladies who've joined us here today. And I'd also like to ask, do we have some classmates right now from Maria at the Fashion Institute of the Philippines? Are they here right now? Can they proudly raise their hands? Any of the classmates from
Actually, I don't have classmates today. I have my professors.
Your professors.
Today.
So yan ang magalang-galang ng mga professor na nandyan yan. Pero kung sino yung kaya lahat para magpalakpakan kami para sa mga taga-FIT na professor. Ilan kayo pa naman dyan?
Akala nilang classmates, but these are my professors.
Okay, Maria, since you're also a host episode, can you do us the honor of introducing and welcoming these professors over here and how they contributed to you winning the crown over here at
I
Universal
would
Woman?
love
Please,
to.
please.
First and foremost, I would like to begin by thanking the director of FIP Ortigas, Mr. Patrick Lazon. As a host, and actually I became a student because of him. He said, why don't you take some classes with us? And I thought, you know, I moved to a new city, I might as well pursue my good old passions. And next we have the designer of my sashing ceremony dress and the red dress I showed you earlier, Jamie Olinan. One of our sewing instructors at FIP. our draping instructor and the creator of the dress he made is so simple, but his talent in draping shines through, so much so that Namibia bought the dress. Yes, one of the candidates bought the dress. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Chino Del Pilar. Of course, this one is very familiar because he designed my departure and arrival outfit. And most of you might know him for the very memorable naked dress from another major pageant that we hosted here in the Philippines, Jeremiah Oribe. Oh, Alexander was saying he loves the dress. Yung naka-sampagita. Yeah, in the departure outfit. And last but not the least, the designer of my dress today, and many of the dresses that I'm about to wear. Yuno Amujala. Wow, they don't look like professors, no?
Maria, I invite you, since you're there right now, you have control of the mic. Maybe you'd like to invite one of your beloved professors to tell us a bit more about how they were inspired to create dresses for a international beauty week.
Would it be okay?
Yes,
oh my
please.
God, I would love that. Would that be fine? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, first, last but definitely not the least, I would like to thank Sir Shannon for allowing this collaboration. Sir Shannon is the owner of FIP, and he's always encouraged the young designers of the Philippines. Of course, let's not forget my national costume designer, Axel Kwe, and my mommy, Fern Amato, for making sure that I am crowned in the most beautiful evening gown there is. So ladies and gentlemen, okay, let's begin with, who would like to say a few words? Are there any volunteers? Maybe we can ask, which outfit shall we begin with?
Go Pat!
Sir, dito po. Professor, dito tayo.
Here's our director of the Fashion Institute of the Philippines, Martinez, Mr.
Go, Pat!
Patrick Lazo.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm not prepared for this. But of course, Maria was such an inspiration, especially when she hosted our graduation show last August 2023. And then she really pushed young designers and showcased our students. That's why when Mr. Francis Chi and we came to FIT, Fashion Institute of the Philippines, to create some pieces for her, we did not hesitate because she has a beautiful soul. Not just physical but also inside. And that's why it was so easy for the students to create pieces. And then whenever she would wear the pieces, we would have fitting sessions. She would always light up. Like there's an inner glow, and you would immediately feel that she's gonna win this. Everyone in our school believed that she's going to win this competition. So congratulations, Maria. Oh, okay. I think Mr. Uno, can you please come join me and explain the inspiration for this gown that Maria is wearing right now. So Uno is one of our students.
Before Uno starts, I would like to say, like, this has been my favorite wardrobe in terms of pageant styling, and it also happens to be the one where every single outfit was designed for me. And it was so special to see all of these different designers and artists harness their expertise and use it to help me express who I am. And it's the first time I can say, like, oh, that my designer knows who I really am. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hello Mr. ALB. Hello. So the inspiration for this dress is the color. I was inspired from the Cambodian, the Buddhist. Yeah, the Buddhist and the culture as well. And I also incorporate this one because Maria's she's very chameleon. I mean, whatever you throw at the dress for her, it always fits perfectly for her. So that's it. Thank you, Yami.
Thank you, Uno.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sir Pat.
Again, thank you so much to the Fashion Institute of the Philippines. Just in case, since it's time for them to shine, Maria, how can they get in touch if they want to be students for the Fashion Institute of the Philippines?
Oh, if you want to be a student for Fashion Institute of the Philippines, please message us on Facebook or Instagram. There's a number there. You can text Miss Helen. You can enroll right now, right away. Thank you, Miss Helen.
And are you still continuing your studies with the Fashion
Yes,
Institute
I
of the
fully
Philippines?
plan to. The advantage of going to school in FIP Ortigas, where I go, in all of the FIP branches, is that you have an option to take the courses module. If that's for some of the courses, but if you plan on completely really fashion design, I would insist, being a fashion student and knowing how it is now, I would insist that you really take the time and take it all at once, because these courses are interconnected, and what makes you, I think, a designer is that half of it is learning the technique, the other half is practice. Like, these professors are so amazing at executing what they do because they've done it over and over and over again. And that's what gives them the power to just make me an outfit at the snap of a finger.
Fantastic, really great news. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to open the floor now to a few questions from our friends from the media and our beauty pageant enthusiasts. Please just come to the center. You put the mic there in the center. Please state your name and which media outfit you belong to and who you'd like to address the question to. Maria, let me get the ball rolling. You're taking right now a fashion course in FIP, and as you do, how did your course here help you right now in your current journey as a beauty pageant participant?
Oh my goodness. So when I study pattern making and basic sewing in FIP Ortigas, I hope I can study more in the future. How it has helped me is because before I enrolled in FIP, I already had my advocacy, which is OBRA, which I have with the women in the community in Bantayan Island, in Gigante. And what we do here is we repurpose used fabric sacks and burlap that come from the restaurants. Since this island has a booming tourism industry, we turn them into household items, aprons, reusable diapers, reusable napkins, and the consequence of this existing in a small island with very little commercialization is it allowed the local community to embrace sustainability because they are there, they're at the throes of the consequences of our climate crisis, and they're the ones who experience it and are able to grasp it firsthand. So they're actually encouraging different households to switch to the habit of sustainability, and they offer an incentive for every household who switches from going to the market and instead visits a refilling station. This has been happening for the past 7 years, and I hope to take that to the next level because one of the mentors who started it with me, the best Garso, may he rest in peace, passed in the time of COVID. So without anyone there to teach patterns and sewing, I found that perhaps it's time for me to take up the mantle and do the work, even because this is part of it. If you want anything to happen, you have to be willing to do the nitty-gritty and the work that it requires. And I thought the best place to do that would be with the Fashion Institute of the Philippines. And true enough, they have turned out the most amazing wardrobe for me, Universal Woman. To think that this is still my wardrobe for every day that I brought to the competition. And to answer your question earlier, it wasn't just one outfit. So when Yuno said that it was so easy to make outfits for me, I initially planned for them to make one outfit each, but I ended up taking home siguro mga 2 or 3 outfits from each of them, and now I'm like, oh no, I don't know what to wear. Like there's so many choices, but Alexander loves it, so I guess it's a good thing. And in Universal Woman in Cambodia, it really. I saw everything in Cambodia through the lens of an artist. Every single textile worn by every single diplomat. I don't know if they found me weird, but I actually asked them if I could take a short video because they were all wearing indigenous fabrics. And Cambodia, what they're doing right now, they actually have quite a similar history to the Philippines, where they're trying to rediscover part of their past, the past that was there way before, the origins of the Angkor Wat. And what I see in them is that they have so much of it that they're already encountering. They have so much of these context clues that they can just put together. Their culture is so naturally rich. They're not only rich in geography, but also in resources. They're home to one of the richest mines for gold, not gold, but for gemstones in the world. And they have so many artists in their community. I saw so many different patterns, indigenous weaves, their traditional wear, the Apsara. We got to work very closely with the designer, Nobdanin Hai. Thank you so much for dressing us. For 4 glorious days, we were just wearing the traditional wear of Cambodia. And every single time, the people dressing me, they were like watching me like, this girl is so weird, because I would touch the fabric, like touching it, folding it, I'm seeing what I can do with it. When they wear the Apsara, they actually are very talented, because every person who wears it, who puts it on a girl, drapes the fabric live. So everything you see in Cambodian wear is put on by a very skillful team of professionals who crafted not just the jewelry but also the fabric. They're sewing it on you, they're folding it, and there's a very specific way to do it. It got me to really appreciate Cambodian culture, because as a fashion student going there, I saw the artistry that they have that's inherent in everything they did that's Cambodian. And so I think that there's so much to be discovered in Cambodia, and going there as a fashion student helped me see it and helped me relay it onto the world. I hope that we can work with more Cambodian designers. Meron pa. While we were at the River Festival, I actually got to speak with a businesswoman who was also there. She approached me, I told her I was a fashion student, and she wants to work with us. She wants to make her business more sustainable by discovering how to repurpose textiles. So I'm very excited about that. I can finally make my dream come true, expanding my advocacy to the rest of the world.
Wonderful answer. That's the mark of a true host and extemporaneous speaker over here. And with that, can I kindly ask who would like to shoot the first question? Please do. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, Philippines. Good afternoon. My name is Oyel for the Philippines on Instagram. Again, congratulations, Maria. Question is, you won the Miss Sympathy Award, and what award is this for? It's like Miss Congeniality ba, or what? Parang hindi siya na-explain.
Okay, ese premio ese premio casualmente dado por toda la gente que trabajó en la organización, por las personas, el staff de todos los hoteles donde ellas estuvieron. Entonces han seleccionado a María como la chica que fue más simpática, en español es más simpática, la chica más amable con todo el team local y el team internacional, así como las personas que trabajaron en todos los hoteles donde ya asistieron.
So very differently from the Miss Congeniality Award, the Miss Sympathy Award is actually given by the staff members of the different locations that we visited, the hotels, the staff basically of the entire team, whether it's local or international. And they select the girl who was the kindest, the most approachable, the nicest basically to everyone working for the pageant. That's the difference.
Okay, follow-up question for Maria. Is there exact date of your homecoming parade in Bantayan?
Oh, okay, so the plan actually for my entire homecoming schedule of activities, ALV Pageant Circle is in charge of this, so we will be making the announcement on the page. Or if Sir Arnold is ready to reveal the plans.
Yeah, we're preparing a parade, especially in Cebu province, in your island, your hometown, and in Cebu City. So the 3 mayors are coordinating now because they're very happy and they're very proud that the first queen for 2024 is from Cebu. So they're all coordinating each other. So there are 3 parades in Cebu.
How about in Metro Manila po? Is it possible na parang magkaroon tayo ng homecoming parade here, like kahit dito sa Eastwood or in Ayala?
Maybe we can talk to Mega World, if they're willing to support us with
She's
the brand ambassador. Maybe that's a good idea, actually.
We can look at Miss Annie Dioso sa likod. Miss Annie, pwede ba? May parade sa Eastwood?
It's a very good idea. That of course, we have to showcase her also in Metro Manila.
Yeah, kasi our former beauty queens, pag nanalo sila sa international pageant, they will help and parade here in Metro Manila. So we're looking for Maria.
With your support, with the media support, of course, I'm willing now to stage a parade in Metro Manila.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Adam Henato, a fashion blogger here from the Philippines. About the questions that Maria, you just won our country's first Miss Universe, first woman title holder. So,
Universal.
how do you think this will impact how Filipino pageant fans view this pageant in relation to all the pageants in the world? Do you think pageants like Universal Woman, who caters to older and mature women, can have a place under this planet? Because I ask this because when I ask for feedback from among all our pageant fans, they would say, "Oh yeah, she won, but we don't know that much of the pageant." So, how do you think this will say or impact about how people view pageants who cater to older women?
I hope that, technically I'm one of those older women, right? I hope that this pageant serves to break the barriers on what we think old or young. I think that we can learn to maybe dissolve the boundaries between them. Some of the most beautiful and admirable women I've come to know, like Miss Kia Albizo of Mega World, achieved the height of her life way past the qualifying age of pageants. That is why I think women are far more beautiful once they've been established. Women like Daniel Krishna, who is here today, an established media personality, who also has had a stint in beauty pageants. And of course, Miss Diane and Justine. Pageant or beauty pageant. I think women that have achieved something in their life, this is something worth celebrating. And the more contribution there is to humanity and to the world and to their community, the more that is worth celebrating. And I think that's the purpose of having a pageant that is that accepts women between 25 to 45 years old. Because when I was 25, I will tell you frankly, I did not know who I was. I had no idea. And I think you guys knew this, right? Yeah, so I hope that me being this year's Universal Woman 2024 will help people all over the world, not just the Philippines, come to realize that there is more to be done in pageantry. There is more to be done when it comes to setting the parameters on what we believe is beautiful. It is something that we can expand because we are the judge. There is no invisible hand in the sky telling us that once you're 45, you're no longer beautiful. I don't want to live in that world. That's so sad. I think my mom is beautiful at 53. She's never been more beautiful.
Okay, thank you. My next question is for Senor Alexander Gonzalez. What shall we expect from the reign of Miss Maria Gigante here? Could she outdo or surpass the number of countries that her predecessor has traveled to, or what would be her agenda for each country that she will visit? Which countries will she visit for the first quarter of her reign?
Bueno, para ser el segundo año y apenas tenemos 2 días, 3 días de haber coronado a María, ya la agenda está grande, está muy, afortunadamente las personas de diferentes países están pidiendo a nuestra reina para irnos a visitar.
We are very pleased to announce that this being only the 3rd day of the reign, Maria's agenda is already very, very busy, very loaded, because we have a lot of countries and of hosts who want to receive Maria as a guest in their countries.
Estamos ahorita arreglando lo que son visados, es por eso que hemos venido automáticamente acá, porque la idea era irnos desde Camboya a Estados Unidos, pero nos vinimos acá porque ya tengo que visitar 3 países, ya a partir de la próxima semana vamos a estar como en 10, menos de 10 días, arrancar la agenda de ella. La quiere en Francia, la quiere en Estados Unidos, la quiere en China, la Universidad de China. Estados Unidos. Ya tiene Los Ángeles, San Francisco y Las Vegas.
So the fact that we're here and that we're having the homecoming right now is actually strategic, because while we are here in the Philippines celebrating her victory, we're also processing all the visas for the different locations that she will be visiting. So starting next week, within the next 10 days basically, she will be visiting the United States, several cities in the US, France, London. Yes, that's where we have the head office, the headquarters.
Gigante.
And today we got a confirmation in China with the University of China, basically for Guangzhou, China, for the University of Guangzhou, China.
Wow, that's great. I'm curious to ask, where will the Queen be based for the rest of her reign? Will it be in somewhere?
Perdón, nuestra base ahora mismo en China. El apartamento que tenemos donde ella estaría sería China, pero como ganó Filipinas, y para nadie es un secreto que Filipinas es una de las reinas más queridas del mundo, porque la cultura filipina está alrededor del mundo. Entonces, en esta estrategia estamos pensando, o nos vamos a Dubái o a hacer
So as of right now, she has her apartment in China where she will be staying. That's technically the home base for the reigning queen. However, because the winner is from the Philippines and Filipinas are loved all over the world, we are considering right now having the base, the apartment be in Dubai or in London.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you, Senor. Last question for Sir ALB. Now that Maria is the reigning queen, and we all know you as a very aggressive national director, is there a chance for our country to host the next edition of Universal Woman?
We're talking about it actually, because I want to introduce to the Philippines, the Universal Woman, and other countries also. Actually, other national directors really want to hold it in the Philippines. They want to go to the Philippines, and this not only the Universal Woman Organization, but also the other national directors, right, Alex? They really want us to host the Universal Woman in the Philippines. So it's not only the organization, but also the national and the other candidates. They want to go to the Philippines, especially they want to visit our lovely natural resources, of course, our islands. They want to go to the islands because everyone wants to see the beautiful islands of the Philippines.
Maybe the question should be, Mr. ALV, when will we be hosting in the Philippines?
No, it
the
depends,
Universal Woman.
next year will be in China.
Desafortunadamente, porque a mí me encanta mucho Filipinas, pero ya se están hablando con 5 países y dentro de un mes nuestra CEO ya ayer casualmente tuvo reunión con uno de ellos, viajó el Ministerio de Turismo hacia Camboya para tener una reunión con nuestra CEO. Ya dentro de un mes espero yo que la CEO tenga la decisión de uno de esos 5 países para hacerlo. No queremos, sinceramente, que este año María entregue la corona en Filipinas, sino que sea en otro país. Sabemos del potencial que tiene Filipinas, pero el triunfo de ella no es que queríamos hacer el concurso acá. El triunfo de ella es por ella. Entonces, quizás dentro del 26, 27 estaremos aquí.
So as of right now, the CEO of the organization is in talks with 5 different countries to host the pageant this year, technically. Within a month, you will be informed of where the next the next host country for the pageant will be. Actually, we really wanted Maria to have an international experience, and we don't want people to think also that just because she won and she's a queen from the Philippines, that means that we're trying to be strategic and bring the pageant to the Philippines. She won because of her own merit, her hard work, and we're just really proud to bring her everywhere, basically.
This is Pao from TikTok. And first, congratulations, Maria Gigante, for bringing home the first ever crown at the AMB pageant circle. But the question goes to Sir Yelvin. Sir Yelvin, I just want to know, what was your reaction when you heard Philippines nanalo at that time. Finally, you won.
Of course, I'm so excited, and so I'm sure the feeling is different. You saw it in live, maybe siguro I waved, the first thing I did was to stand up and wave my flag because I was seated in front. I don't know, it's an automatic siguro, it's a reflex thing, it's an adrenaline that I automatically stand up and wave the flag of the Philippines. Because there are only few Filipinos there. Only my staff and her family, her parents, and of course I think 2 members from the embassy and so on. And then most of them are foreigners because it's inside the TV network. It's a TV special. But the TV network can occupy 700 capacity. So it's a big venue for that kind of, how do you call it, a studio. It's a studio and it's live via satellites all over the world because of the streaming, and live also in Cambodia. So I'm it's so exciting, and the feeling is different because you know what happened 2 weeks ago in the Philippines from this world. So we were so depressed, especially me. I don't know what happened. So it redeems my my energy and also my feelings because I was so disappointed what happened to another pageant. But na-redeem naman because we won and this is the first.
And also for your field. And the second question is for Miss Maria. Congratulations again, Maria.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. I just want to know, how can you explain, or how will you explain to a young woman the word universal woman?
I would tell her to think about what she would do if there was a guarantee that no one in the world would judge her or that she would never fail. Because that's the world that Universal Woman is trying to build. A world where all women has no ceiling. All women don't have an idea or a limit of what they can achieve. Because in the world we live in now, as much as we advocate inclusivity, there are some areas where we still feel a divide, where we still feel that the glass ceiling is just right there. You can still see it. The World Universal Woman advocates is one where you are free to dream, where you are free to try and accomplish anything you want under the sun, as long as you put your mind and your heart and your hard work into it and lead with your heart. Because this is a world we're building where we help each other achieve our dreams. We don't just have a beauty pageant contestant and send them and hope they do well. We help each other do well. If you saw our pageant night, you would see that right after the coronation, we were still holding hands. And the girls still came to us. And we all understood that we are here to compete, but there was no bitterness. There was no divisiveness. We all know that we're here for a reason, and that is to encourage other women to pursue their dreams, no matter how different that is. So that's how I explain it.
And just to follow up, since right now you're going to focus first on your reign as Miss Universal Woman 2024, but right after that, do you have any plans to maybe on showbiz?
Oh, I'm sure you know already. If you're familiar, for those of you who aren't familiar, I've actually been working in the Philippines as a model and a host for the last 13 years. Yeah. And I assure you that with or without a crown, I will continue to do that work with all of my heart. And ALV, who is here, has actually signed me despite the fact I didn't have a crown. And since that day, we've been continuing to grow, get better, and strive for bigger events, better opportunities. And I believe that's something we've been doing. In fact, when he asked me to compete for Universal Woman, I asked him, what are we going to do with all our plans? We're so busy. How are we going to fit this pageant into it? And I thought, it's not the schedule. It's not the fame that we're after. It's the purpose of what you're doing. It's the heart. I reminded myself when I accepted this appointment that it's not what I do, how famous I become from what I do that matters to me. It's the value that it brings to the people around me and the world we're trying to build. And that's Universal Woman. It's the new era of beauty, a world where every woman thinks like this.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. And the last question is for Mr. Alexander. Buenas tardes. Oh, di ba? Buenas tardes. I just want to know, what was your first impression when you saw her?
Wow. Quien conoce a María se lleva una impresión muy fácil de un ser humano, más que de una reina de belleza, de un ser humano maravilloso.
Whoever gets to know Maria, they can see right away that more than just a beauty queen, she's a wonderful human being.
Y eso lo que se hablaba que es Universal Woman. Universal Woman es una muchacha así como ella, una muchacha que les representa a ustedes, no solamente a las mujeres, sino también a los hombres. Porque aquí el concurso no se trata de enaltecer a la mujer, se trata de decirte que el hombre y la mujer juntos pueden hacer un mundo soñado el que todos queremos.
So the fact that when we met her, we realized that she's an incredible human being. That's also a follow-up basically to the previous question. That is basically what it represents to be a universal woman. Because our pageant is not just about showcasing, only women, but we want so everyone, women, men, to feel identified with her. And we want to send a message that when men and women work together, they can accomplish their dreams.
Right, thank you so much and congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Moving on to our next question.
Hi, this is Leo from Life and Style Center, where you can find the most sharp photos that you can have in every pageants, and this courtesy for chief photographer is J.R. Moses. Maria, I know the last the time that we encountered, it's really a bench. It's from the bench fashion show. It's year 2022. But I don't know if you still recognize me. Yes. For my question, do you have any other, or do you have a quote that come from your heart that you wanted to say for every woman that wants to become a universal woman?
Yes, I actually do. You know I'm there, you guys. 5 quotes came into my head, I'll share one. There's this quote from the book, The Obstacle is the Way, by Ryan Holiday. And it goes, I think it applies also very much to Valentina and Miss Carolina Cortez. Both women have been through so much in their life. And me as well, I've been through quite a lot. The quote goes, things will happen to you in life, both fair and unfair. But it is not the obstacle, but how you see it, that determines not only how you will survive, but rather thrive because of it. The obstacle is the way.
Thank you very much, Ms. Maria.
Thank you.
What are the four modes? Good afternoon. Again, my name is Franz from Morris France and a Gigante since 2016. And then nandito si Rai. Yung mga Gigantes before, up until now. Nagiging gay icon ka na ngayon because of your answer. From confidently beautiful with the heart of Pia, now welcome to the new era of beauty. Question. Paano mo na-compose yung final question? Na na-inject mo yung last famous phrase na yan or tawag?
Unang-una sa lahat, aminin natin na baklang-bakla talaga ako. Ayun lang. Totoo din. Totoo. Totoo, diba? True. But thank you. This is the highest honor you can achieve in life from the gay community, to be a gay icon. Oh my goodness. But I composed that answer from the heart. When I first got to meet Valentina, before I accepted the appointment, I watched everything there was on the internet about Universal Woman. Valentina even asked, how do you know what I wore during the stashing? They didn't post videos. I was like, I found one. I like to be very thorough in research, and I found that Universal Woman stood for promoting sustainability, business, businesses that are sustainable, of course, that's a given. And of course, women that have positive social impact and inclusive beliefs. So, composing the answer of the new era of beauty kind of just came second nature at that point, because as you all know me, I like to think from my heart and I like to think on my feet. I will compose the answer when the question comes. And I guess I was running on 1 hour of sleep a day, and all I was running on was the love and support that I had from all of the other candidates. To give you a little bit of context, from the moment I got called into the top 15, the girls were helping me backstage with my gown. Oh my God, that's gonna make me cry. And to be someone who has come from the pageant community for almost maybe 13 years, to go backstage and expect to see women crying and heartbroken, of course I would hug them, but you would not expect them to approach you and say, you got this till the very end. And they were like, what do you need? Where's your hair extension? Where's your gown? Here it is. The answer was more of a love letter to them. When I said that I wanted to be in a community filled with respect and collaboration, that is exactly what we were talking about in the dress rehearsal with Pico, like hours before the pageant started. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to working in this organization, and I hope that every single one of my co-candidates will be a part of it in the future. Even in my reign, I hope I can include the advocacies of my candidates, because they're truly amazing. If they only had a chance to talk about it on a platform, it's great. But now that I have the platform, I will do anything I can to support the advocacies of my candidates. Even like India with her advocacy on cleft palate, Kenya, who's an author of a book. And of course, my roommate, Pakistan, who is the first woman representative of her country. That in itself is already a historic feat. It takes so much bravery to be even just one of these women. Oh, and Sheila is a doctor, right? I even asked her for help. Sheila is a psychologist, and at some point in the pageant, of course, we really are gonna need psychologists for pageants. Psychiatrists, and one of the candidates actually had an anxiety attack when we were away, and Sheila was able to help us because she was a doctor and she was there, so then we're all okay. So it's not just about me having the crown and being the winner, it's the togetherness of all of us working together. I'm just one. I can't be a doctor, a lawyer, and a speaker at the same time. I'm the speaker. I get to hold the banner up high, but I get to champion the causes of these women. I'm simply a storyteller here. And so I wanted that to be very clear in my answer. I really spoke from my heart. I meant every single word of it. Welcome to the new era of beauty.
Thank you so much for your from New Era of Beauty to First Era's Tour, Edge Tenoria.
Asis na yan!
I'm Enterprise 101. Of course, for Maria, now that you are universal woman, so of course you have a lot of activities lined up for you. But what is one thing you want to achieve throughout your reign?
I would love to see every country in the universe participate in Universal Woman. In the world lang pala. Makatakot naman yung every country in the universe. Remember, I would love to see all of the countries in Universal Woman Philippines, especially the countries who we know to be encountering so much conflict socially. I would love to see women speak up about what's happening in their hometowns. This is the perfect platform for people who will genuinely listen. I actually watched Luis's vlog yesterday, and he shared that when they were judging for the winners, they were told to just judge according to what they see, like the potential that they see in the girl to be an ambassador. And I believe that's really what it's about. So in my reign as the next queen, I would hope I would be very happy if number one, I can speak Spanish. And number two, if I can get all of the countries in the world to be in Universal Woman Philippines. Or even just twice the number we have. That's only half the countries in the world, right? I think we can do it, Alex. I want more countries. I want more women in Universal Women in the next edition. And I want to see more mothers. I would love to be able to reach out and help women feel like they are more accepted in this platform. We're open to trans women, we're open to mothers. Meron akong naman we're open to mothers, trans women, single women, any woman who has a cause to advocate. We are here to listen and we are ready and willing to help you amplify your voice.
Yeah, so speaking of trans women, so we are open for trans women. So can a trans woman apply for universal woman even her documents are still male? I mean, legally male. I mean, passport, yeah.
Es importante saber que tiene que ser con mujer acreditada en su país, ¿okay? Con el documento. Y nosotros en realidad luego hemos tocado muy bien ese tema porque no queremos poner una etiqueta mujer trans, mujer. Para nosotros es una mujer, mientras que su pasaporte, su documento digan que es una mujer y ella tal cual se sienta y actúe como tal, pues es una mujer para nosotros.
So for us, it's very important that the documentation is finalized in their countries, so that when they come to Universal Woman, they won't be a question anymore about a tag. For us, they are a woman. It's not whether you are a trans woman or anything, you are a woman to us. So when you come to the pageant, you will be considered as such.
Even the documents are still...
So the documents need to be finalized in the countries. So whether it's passport, ID, whatever it is, finalized with women.
I think this is also, if you don't mind me saying, because all of the countries have different requirements, right? For you to travel, like gender-based requirements for travel. So as long as it's clear.
So this is also something that is different from one country to another. So I think it's not necessarily a perspective of the organization, but we kind of have to adapt to the international regulations. So in order to make sure that we're being fair and that everyone is safe also internationally, we will just request for finalized documentation, and then you're welcome as Universal Woman as a woman.
Thank you so much. And of course, my last question is for Sir Arnold. Sir Arnold, of course, you have Universal Woman title holder na. Can we expect a pageant or staging soon for Universal Woman Philippines? Standalone pageant.
The standalone for now, our plans is together with, I don't know, I have to choose between Grand or World. So maybe we can talk about it, maybe I can ask the CEO where they want to have a back-to-back show. But sooner or later, I will definitely have a standalone for Universal Woman.
At dahil kilala ka sa mga pageants, mga napakaraming titles, can we expect another pageant soon under ALB?
Oh yeah, definitely. This coming July is Miss World.
No, I mean another
title.
Bumibigla na lang tayo.
Bibiglayin ko na lang tayo.
Thank you so much. Mabuhay.
Congratulations, Maria. I'm so happy for you. From the time that we met just a couple of weeks ago, and then you told me that you had only 2 weeks to prepare. You did amazing, and I'm sure everybody will agree here that every time you speak, that was the first thing that really got me. When you spoke, you got me to listen. Yeah, you got me to listen. Because you're not just smart, but you also, parang you're warm, and like you have a heart, and very genuine. So, it's a very unique quality. So I wanted to ask, who are your biggest influences when it comes to like your character, your mindset, your maturity, and just your global perspective with so many different topics and issues? And you always have something different to say, right? You seem so learned, diba? Diba? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that I definitely, when it comes to the aspect of the mentors that I have, I definitely have a lot because I kind of dip toes into different things. First of all, I'm a philosophy student, so I think that one of my first mentors really is my teacher, Brother Romualdo Abulad, who specialized in studying Immanuel Kant. He taught at UST and he's currently passed already, but he's very special to me because he also supported my pageant journey. He was of the opinion that the things I learned in the classroom should be brought outside. It should never just stay written or in books. So even if I didn't continue to publish my work, he believed that I was doing the work I was supposed to be doing. And then everything else, I think, is a mumble jumble of the people that I meet because I'm someone that loves to, just like you, I love to know people's stories. I think every person is an untold story, like just waiting to be learned, to be heard. And every time I hear a story, it brings me an insight about somebody. And it's as if I've lived a little bit of their life. I think that's something that I can learn and take away from. But majority of who I am, I think, comes from books. I read a lot. I read a lot.
What do you read?
I'm currently rereading 48 Laws of Power, I think. And I brought The Daily Stoic, The Obstacle is the Way, and what is the last book? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People with me to Cambodia, and I reread all of them.
Wow.
Because when I get pressured, I think I'm a nerd by heart. I like to research. I think that all the problems that I have socially, like I'm actually a little bit of an introvert, but I like to think that I can study anything away. Like, if I don't know how to do something, I would look at a book and try to study my way out of it. So I feel like books give me wisdom, and I like to draw from that. These are people who have lived their lives and they're writing down their lessons. I think it's up to us to make the most out of our lives by learning from them. Thank you, Cyan. I'm so flattered, by the way.
Alexander, can I ask you, so you said that Maria is going to be visiting Los Angeles, San Francisco, might have her base in Dubai, London, Paris. This all sounds so wonderful. Can you let us know what will be some of her activities or events in those places? Are they all meet and greets, or are there special events, or what would she be doing in those countries?
Primero que nada, qué gusto saludarte, porque ya he visto tu trayectoria, he visto tu respeto hacia las chicas cuando las entrevistas en los concursos de belleza, así que es como que te conozco, verte es como que te conozco de toda la vida.
First of all, Jan, it's such a pleasure to meet you and to finally see you because I followed your work all throughout the world with pageants and the work that you do. You're amazing.
Sí, por supuesto que ella va a ir a estos países y va a tener una agenda especial. Nuestra agenda está enfocada en el trabajo social.
So of course, when she visits all of these countries, she will have a very specific itinerary, an agenda, and the focus of our organization is towards our causes, our advocacies, and of course
Una de las cosas que estamos tratando siempre es que la visita de ella esté coordinada con un evento donde tenga spotlight, porque se sobreentiende que cuando tú tienes spotlight, el mensaje social va a llegar más rápido, porque la gente muchas veces se aburre cuando nosotros queremos ayudar. Entonces ahí es donde aprovechamos a llamar la atención y decirte, mira qué lindo, pero también vamos a ayudar.
So of course, our efforts are really focusing on making sure that whenever she travels, that her visit matches with some sort of event where she will be able to make an appearance, but she will also be able to put a spotlight on her causes. Because I think that the message is easier to transmit when people are there having a good time, you know, for a common reason, and then we also bring their attention to the things that matter to us.
Thank you, yes. And I love the way, can you do this again? Can you do it again for the camera? Otra vez. Yeah, that's nice. I love that. Luis, I wanted to ask you, since you were a judge, was Maria the runaway winner, like among the panel of judges? Like, how was it? Now you can, ¿está bien? ¿Se puede decir? ¿Ya se puede decir? ¿Está bien? Yeah.
So I think we actually talked about it a little bit earlier.
As much as you can reveal.
Yes, of course. So as we said, we have at least 10 crown-ready girls. It was a very difficult decision to make. And I think that it was really up until the very last moment where we had the Q&A segment. There was, to be honest, there was no final decision made until that point. But I think that for us, as part of the judges, once we heard her message with her answer and how impactful it was a unanimous decision. So I can tell you that it wasn't just me, but everyone on the panel of judges agreed that Maria will be a perfect ambassador for the organization.
Finally, what did you, you told me that you made a call, like a cold call to Maria when you were together in, was that in Bacolod there? Iloilo? Yeah.
We were together in the airport.
Right, okay.
Coming from, we were in Iloilo right after the Miss World Visayas. And but during that time, I already signed the contract. And I don't know who will be I'm still looking who will be the best representative for Universal Woman. So, but in my mind, she's already in my short list. So when I saw her, I told her, and we were talking and we were boarding the plane, going back to Manila. Oh, I told myself, she's gonna be now my candidate. So that during the time, and she said, no, I still have to think about it. What? Are you crazy? I'm giving you already a crown for Philippines. And then you're telling me that you have to think about it. You still have to research about this Universal Woman. And I said, no, you will be the representative of the Philippines. So I believe in you, and you follow. What did I tell you? You follow what? As long as you follow my rules and regulations, you're gonna be the next Miss Universal Woman, and you will be the best representative of our country.
Actually, he said that when I signed as a candidate. He said, if you listen to me, you will go far. And so, but that's just been my working as my SOP with Sir Arnold. And I don't disagree naman. I think that when I met Sir Arnold, we clicked very well because we're like minds. We see entertainment in a similar way. We both value personal relationships with people. That's a huge thing to us. So yeah, he knows the way, so why won't I listen? Yeah.
Actually, all the ladies, all the candidates who listened to my suggestion became queen. So you know who are those ladies or candidates who became the queen of our country. So those are the one talaga, supportive. They always listen, and they're very loyal to the organization. And yun ang mga nanalo. So yung mga hindi nanalo, yan yung mga hindi matikas sa loob.
Nako, I'm not going to
look at this.
follow-up question to that.
Miss, I told her several times, right? She listened, and then she won. Miss Tourism World. She's supposed to be Miss Tourism World, and you know what happened? I complained to the organization. So I don't know what happened to how come Philippines is supposed to be that, the women, and you know that, right? So, to all the candidates who's willing to join the pageant, you always listen to your national directors and to the people working in the organization, because they know what are the requirements and what are the things that you have to do to make you become queen and the best representative of our country.
Gracias.
I'm Noy for OPM. I have a question for Senor Alexander. Senor, may I know how this pageant started and conceptualized, and can you tell us its main purpose?
Okay, como tengo más de 30 años en los concursos de belleza, no solamente como asesor, sino también como pageant blogger, que he estado pendiente de la evolución de los concursos de belleza. Lo que hace 30 años era, ya no es hoy.
Precisely because I have over 30 years of experience in the world of pageantry, not just as an image assessor, as a filmmaker, but also as a pageant lover. It's very important to understand that what beauty pageants were 30 years ago is not necessarily the same today.
El concepto es muy sencillo, respetar a las mujeres y sobre todo, como pageant lovers, respetar a nuestras reinas de belleza.
The concept is very simple, is to respect women, and especially as pageant lovers, to respect our queens as well.
Porque hay que entender, primero que todo, que son seres humanos.
Because the first thing that we need to understand is that more than just being queens, they are human beings.
Que como tú y como yo tienen sueños.
That just like you and I, they also have their own dreams.
Y cuando respetamos, cuando tú respetas mi sueño y yo el tuyo, respetamos el sueño de todos. Y hacemos homenaje a la belleza de la mujer.
And when you respect my dreams and I respect yours, we respect everyone's dreams basically, and it's a way to pay homage, tribute to women's beauty.
Thank you, very well explained. And for my last question, kay Maria. No? Maria, may I know your most valid reason in accepting the task of the very first representative of the country to the Universal Woman in the past?
I'm the kind of person that acts with intention. I never want to do something that doesn't have a purpose. And I always told myself that if I returned to the world of pageantry, it would be number one, very unlikely, because I looked at all the pageants and I searched for which of them reflect my values at this point in my life. And then all of a sudden, Sir told me about Universal Woman, Sir Gigante told me about Universal Woman, and I looked it up, and just from the first few words I saw, I thought, if they really mean this, then I'm there. Because I really do believe that true beauty is one that is inclusive and more than just a pretty face. I want people to see women this way. I have experienced being a beauty queen twice on a national level, so I know what it's like to be objectified. And that's something that I did not want for myself, for my daughters in the future, and for my friends. I see and have known the consequences of these for too long. And even though times are changing for the better, I think that there is more of a push that we can do to get things going the right way. And I think you becoming the next Universal Woman, or at least trying, that is what matters. It is not, sometimes we think, okay, we got the crown, so that's all that matters, you just need to win a competition. No, it's not. It's the intention. It's the action of going there, of acting according to your true beliefs and opinions that make the pageant community something that is better. We have to be the change we want to see in the world. As cliche as that sounds, it is very much true. That was my reason for joining.
Thank you very much.
Again, thank you very much. And with that, yes, Tini, one more question.
I have a question for Alexander. Sir, what can you say about globally established pageants who, in their attempts at inclusivity or relevance, end up courting more controversy or negative publicity because of what they do? And in line with that, what is Universal Woman's principle for the qualifications of their applicants? Will you adopt a more traditional approach, or are you willing to bend your rules a bit, again, in the name of inclusivity or relevance?
Tenemos que entender que todo ha evolucionado. Antes, un móvil era marcando un disco, ahora tenemos esto en la mano. Todo evoluciona.
The first thing we need to understand is that things change over time and things, make progress. Basically, before we used to have like big phones that you need to dial, and now we have mobile phones.
Entonces, hay que respetar a los concursos tradicionales que han marcado la historia hasta el momento y todavía están posesionados muy bien.
So I think that we need to respect the established pageants that have kind of shaped history of pageantry, and that even up until today, they're still very well positioned.
Pero hay que entender que cada quien tiene su historia.
But we also have to understand that everyone has their own history.
Nosotros estamos escribiendo la nuestra con respeto.
We're still writing our own history with a lot of respect.
Y una de las cosas que es parte primordial del Universal Woman es el social project o el trabajo social.
And one of the most important things for Universal Women is its social projects, its social advocacies.
Porque yo soy una persona que nació.
Because when I was a kid, I had a disability on my legs.
Desde los 3 días de nacido hasta los 12 años tuve tratamiento gratuito por una fundación porque mis padres no tenían los recursos económicos.
Since I was 3 years old up until 12, I was able to benefit from free treatment from a foundation because my parents couldn't afford treatment.
Entonces, una de las cosas que yo quiero hacer, que a través de mi talento, a través de mi conocimiento, de lo que más amo, que son los concursos de belleza, es ayudar a esos chicos y chicas o a cualquier ser humano que no tenga los recursos, ayudarlos con nuestros proyectos sociales.
So what I want to do through this platform, through my talent, through my knowledge, is to reach out and help those who are in a similar situation, who are going through something and they don't have the means to care for it. So we want to use Universal Women as a platform to help them.
No estamos buscando ser el mejor, estamos buscando dar lo mejor como persona y como organización a través de nuestras reinas.
We are not trying to be the best organization or compete with other pageants. We are trying to be our own best and give the best that we have to offer to people, to the organization, and to our queen.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Amy, with that, may I invite Maria for her final words to all our friends in the local and international pageant community.
Well, thank you, RJ. With that, I'd just like to add to the last question. Universal Women actually accepts anyone between 25 to 45 years old without any restriction on age and height. Oh, 21 to 25 now. Right, so even mothers can take part. There's no restriction on height, weight, and marital status. So when it comes to rules and bending, there's really not much to bend because it's already quite inclusive to begin with in the first place. As for my last words, my heart is just filled with nothing but gratitude for all of you, for every single Filipino in the Philippines and in Cambodia and all over the internet who has shown their love. Everyone all over the world now. I cannot wait to meet everyone from all the different 7 continents, especially to our hermanos and hermanas in Latin America. Hello everyone. I got another special award that was a surprise, which was La Nueva Era. Yes, so I'm so thankful for the love from Latin America. Thank you so much, Filipino Latina. But for everybody else, really just thank you. Thank you for opening your hearts to us and for coming here to listen to our message of love, inclusivity, and positive social change. And if you get this feeling that this is something that is new and difficult to grasp, that's okay. Every time we grow as a community, as a collective, we always experience a little bit of discomfort, or something always seems strange at first, before it becomes normal. And then it becomes beautiful. So I hope that each and every single one of you are with us in this next step towards positive social change, sustainability, and inclusivity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go together into the new era of beauty. Thank you.
Again, thank you so much for leading us into the new area of beauty. One more round of applause, please, for Universal Woman 2024, Maria Gigante. Give her one more round of applause, Maria. Thank you so much for inspiring all of us. If you don't mind, we have a photo opportunity first together with all 4 on stage. And please have a photo together with Maria, ALD, and Alexander. Together with our dear interpreter.